Before you begin to insult Jerome Powell, now take a good look at this. A lot of you are actually fond of blaming Jerome Powell. Oh, the cut in the interest rate, the cut in the Fed rate is what is affecting the market. No. Look at this image and look at what I'm about to show you right now. Right here is total 3. Total 3, if you come to your trading view, you see it says crypto total market cap excluding BTC and Ethereum, meaning it shows you the total market cap of altcoins, excluding the major two, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum. So inclusive of Solana and every other altcoin in this world you can think of. Now, what is this metric showing? This metric is already bearish. Look at this metric. It is already bearish. All right, now if you point to the right side of this, you can see, we'll analyze it together, but I want to show you something real quick. You point to the right side, you can see the capitalization here in terms of liquidity. You can see we have about 812 billion currently for altcoins. All right, this is how much is in circulation. Now, take a very concrete look, guys. Look at this. Let's draw our range high and range low. Range high, range low. Range high has been swept in a downtrend, a confirmed downtrend. If range high has been swept, meaning the target, the next drawn liquidity is going to be the range low, which is the sell side. Buy side has been swept, and we have formed a very huge, massive, what do you call it now? A very huge and massive failed swing here has already happened from the bigger time frame. And you can see how price continually came back to retest key levels of this failed swing pattern. Now, came back, we retested here, this breaker block, and price began to tank. So we are already distributing. Where are we distributing to? This low. So from this analysis, I don't think there's anything called an alt season this year. All right, I don't think there's anything called an alt season. We can have a very huge rally from here. We'll have a huge rally from here, but it's not going to be explosive. All right, if price comes here, we can have something like this. We can have something like this. Maybe come back again to retest here, and then to retest this point here, right? This zone, and then fall back again. So at the moment, if I were you, I would look for sells because we are currently bearish. Now, I want to make this video extensive a little bit. So let's talk about BNB and ECH and a few other large caps that I have in mind to trade. Now, talking about BCH, this Bitcoin Cash, I already gave an analysis that this coin is going to dump. We're going to see the flow of this coin anytime soon. All right, we're going to see this happen in real time. Now, okay. So we're already at a key level here, at a resistance level. Let's look at what the immediate short term is saying. What's the immediate short term price action? Bearish, totally bearish. All right, totally bearish. So we already had, let's put this on 15 minutes. We'll see it clearly. We already have our mitigation here, even taking out SMC traders. You can see how it took out SMC traders from the other block, swiped everyone out, created a big push to the downside with a failed swing. This is a low resistance liquidity drive. I love this pattern so much. What am I anticipating? I'm anticipating price to come back somewhere around here. I have my sell limit here. Then I should start selling from this point because here is going to be an inducement. So this big bullish candle should be our order block. Then here should be the inducement. So I'm seriously anticipating price to what? Come back up, tap into my POI, and then boom, to the downside. Now this for BCH, right? Now let's say BNB. Let's talk about BNB. BNB is already dumping. I caught this trade. Let me show you where I caught it. This was where I caught this trade from. I was smart enough to catch it. Oh yes, look at BNB. BNB is already tanking. It's already what? Tanking. It's already falling. See our order block, perfect. This candle, first bullish candle at the top. You see how perfect it was? You see how price tapped into it? Price just tapped into it here. I want to put let's put a flag on it to show you how it tapped. Right? Now, look at this. Price tapped in and did what? Amazing stuff, guys. See how it swept this liquidity here. Took out this high, formed a failure swing. Now, this failure swing is a low resistance liquidity, meaning there's no other liquidity to be taken. If there was liquidity to be taken, we would have had something like this. I've had something like this. And then other block, right? But we did not. Instead, we had something like this, sweeping our liquidity. Told you guys, it's going to be a massive pull to the downside. Caught this real time. Now, look at what happened here again. Another sweep of this high. Another massive sweep. Another massive sweep, guys. Look at it. Sell signal to the downside. Can you see? And then started pushing. Started pushing to the downside. So obviously, where are we headed? We're heading to this liquidity point here for a start. The move is going to be bigger than this, but this is where we are heading for the now. Because here is where we got our what? Change of character from the macro scale. So we're expecting all this liquidity here. This is liquidity. Everything here is trend line. See how price was bouncing, pretending to us, disguising. So we're expecting price to move down all the way there. Now, I also gave a signal, Pendle USDT is running massively in profit already, although I might want to take my profit from this zone. I want to take my profit from here. It's about $70 and I'm out. I would like to take my profit here, although it's going to go past that because we're already bearish. How do we know we are bearish? We took out this last high. All right, we took out this last high from the curve, took out that last high and tapped into our fair value gap, comfortably what? Resting somewhere around here. All right, tapped into it. Tapped into it, and then we gave a failure swing. This is the holy grail. Whenever you see a failure swing, gave a failure swing, and we came down. We came back to tap into this fair value gap, came down. Now we are sweeping liquidity, low risk or low resistance. We're now sweeping liquidity here. Here's our flag. Let's put our flag. Flag of Nigeria. Let's say Nigeria flag, no the. Okay, let's just illustrate it like this. So from this point now, you see price tanking all the way down. We are going down. There's nothing that can stop us from not heading to the downside. Now, if we still go down again, we're coming down to this low. This is short. I gave this trade setup. Now, if we go back to 15 minutes, what can we see? Liquidity sweep again happening. Happening right here. Can you see this? Inside a fair value gap. There's a fair value gap if you go to 5 minutes. Go to 5 minutes. Okay, there's no fair value gap, but there is an inefficient price action. And then what happens? You get a failed. See what price did. Look at what price did. And then instantly we delivered. This is giving us how many risks to reward. This is massive. Massive trade. So we're heading to the floor. This is going to tank. This is going to tank. It's going to fall all the way down here. And that is it. Now, trading is very easy when you know what you are doing. Right? It's very simple. When you know your market structure, you know everything you're supposed to do. Let's go back to total 3. Go back to total 3 and let's see where this move started from. Right? Remember, trading is easy when you know what you are doing. So if you're interested in some good mentorship, you want to scale up, you want to improve your trading career, send a DM. The link is going to be in the description of this video. All right, now, so as easy as ABC, this was our what? Current swing low. But if you look here, this low was actually taken out. So that means what we have here was a sweep. It was a sweep. What we have there is a sweep. So it is safe to say price can come back here, go up, before coming back here towards give us a big rally. So if here was a sweep, I'm just saying, if there was a sweep, that means price can actually come back here, give us some sort of rally from there to the upside. Or if possible, take out this final inducement here. Okay, because this is going to be a low risk buy. It ought to be a low risk buy, but it wasn't from a consequent approach. I don't think we filled all the what do you call it now? All the fair value gaps. So if we have this here, the price can come back to this fair value gap and what, pump back up if there is some good fundamentals backing the market. All right, there's some good fundamentals backing the market. We can see price come back here, then have a push to the upside. It all depends. The market could do anything it wants to do. For real, it could actually do anything it wants to do. It can achieve anything it wants to achieve. And don't let anybody whine you. This market can achieve anything. Okay, it can achieve basically everything. Yeah, but to be on the safer side, safer to trade alongside the current momentum. So I'm going to be looking at down sells, basically sell signals becoming handy. So that's it on this video. One love, peace out, have a great time, enjoy yourself.